Hey, what's up everybody? This is Tim and I am doing a quick video on something that's pretty understood in the trading world, but for noobs it may not be. They may not understand the significance, but it's cycling through time frames, different time frames, not just sticking to the one day. I always analyze the one day, and that's because it's the most popular of all the charts. Whenever you open a trading view, a Aurochs chart, a lot of times they're on the daily. I know Aurochs start on the 30-minute. I think it's because it's more directed towards traders. A lot of traders like to look at the 30-minute time frame, hour time frame, the short term. I mean, it depends on how you're trading, obviously, but the one day is very significant in terms of gauging how the market's moving and whatnot, and you can get a lot of info from the daily. Like I said, here's a good way to look at it. If the daily chart has a head and shoulders, the drop is going to be significant. And if it's clear as day, you know what I mean, people are going to make moves because they see it. Now, if it's on the hourly chart, only traders will probably see it, which means that the impact will be minimal in comparison. Not always the case. No, it's not always the case. But like I said, in a perfect world, this is what we're talking here. Trading is not as simple as that. But like I said, we're talking in a perfect world. That's the way it would work. Now, when you're cycling through time frames, it's something that you ask yourself, why is it so important? Well, you see these MAs right here. I always have them on my chart. In fact, here, I'm going to take everything off of here except for the significant information I want to keep on here. In fact, I'm going to get rid of most of the MAs too. I'm going to stick to 50 MA. How about that? So we have this orange line weaving through the charts, and that's because that's a 50-day average. So each spot on this line, every day that passes is a product of the last 50 days in an average line. So the line actually is like the average of the last 50 days. And you can see how it sort of sticks to the candles. Now when you have the 200 MA, you see the difference. Look how it's a lot straighter and different. The path is nowhere near as curvy. It's because it takes more effort to move the 200 MA. It takes 200 candles versus the 50. So the moves are always delayed in comparison to the 50 MA, and that works for the same way of, like, if you have a 9-day MA, it would be much different than the 50 MA, so it's something to consider. But why am I telling you all this right now? You should probably already know that by now if you've watched some of my videos. Well, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because the 50 MA on the daily is different than the 50 MA on the hourly or the 4-hour. I like the 4-hour. The 4-hour is one of my favorite indicators. I also want to show you another thing. The cloud is right here. We are smack dab in the middle of the Ichimoku cloud right now on the daily, and people think that the cloud is some big entity that is prevalent on all time frames, which is accurate. It is on every time frame, but it's different on every time frame. The parameters are different, therefore the cloud looks different, and it's the same with the MA. The MA on the 4-hour chart is a product of the 50 MA. Let's use the 50 MA for example in all of this lesson. Is the 50 MA changes with each time frame. So if you pull up the 4-hour time frame, the 50 MA is going to be a product of the last 50 candles, the average of that. So it doesn't matter if it's a 4-hour or 1 day. That's how the MAs work. The MAs are always different depending on the time frame. Let me show you a good way to see that. No, you know what? I'm going to use the 200 MA. I'm sorry I keep changing, but I want to do that because it's a little flatter and it makes it easier for me to copy it. Because of what I want to do for the sake of this lesson is I'm going to draw a short little line that's sort of, it's not going to be perfect, but you see how it kind of overlaps. It underlaps actually the 200 MA. It's almost perfect. So what I'm going to do is leave that on the daily. So you have this yellow line right there. It's flat. I'm going to get rid of these lines so I can always draw them again later. But I only want those lines to be on the chart. And I want you guys to see how different the 200 MA is from the daily to when we go to the 4-hour. And then you can understand exactly what I'm saying here. Because it's not like it's night and day. But look at this. This is the 200 MA right here on the 4-hour, and this is the 200 MA on the daily. Now, it's not uncommon for them to be in a same general area like that, but it takes a little while. You know what I mean? A lot of there has to be a lot of consolidation for a while, and the 4-hour will eventually catch up because the 4-hour 200 MA moves faster than the daily 200 MA, which logic should dictate that. But like I said, there's your cloud, and we're not inside of it. You know what I mean? Like we were on the daily. So when you look at different time frames, just consider that, guys. Everything is different. All the MAs will be different. There's your 200 MA. It's underneath the 200 MA on the daily. I don't know if that's significant in terms of trading, but I do know that I want you guys to understand how different they can be. Like there you are. You're underneath the cloud at this point on the 1 hour, right? So let's go back to the daily, and we are clearly inside of the cloud right now. You can see the nice little doji we're forming today. Hopefully that will result in a bounce, but this is the thing, is this is still some resistance right here, this line, even though it seems to not be working as well anymore. But I would still not count it out. 42,000 to 43,000. It's been for a while now. It's been support and resistance, and the reason is because back here in January, when it peaked, everybody thought that was the end. Not everybody, but a lot of people thought that was the end of the bull run. We were done. We doubled the last one. It's over. And people were selling like mad cakes. You could see the red sell signal, and that's because we lost, we went from 42K, around 42K, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, about 42, all the way down to 30. And that right there was a beautiful etching of the next, a couple of months, because that really came into play later on. 42K absolutely was resistance. 42 to 43K, I should say, and it even played a lot of into it in the support as well. It was just you could see the market getting drawn out back here, which is interesting. You know what I mean? It's something to consider, but. Like I said, the daily time frame shows us bouncing up the cloud over here and over here. And when you open up the hourly, you go back to this time, it doesn't look anything like that, just like it didn't here. So you need to understand that. Even the RSI is going to be different on different time frames, guys. There's rarely an indicator that doesn't vary with each time frame. So you pick and choose your time frames wisely, guys. And also... good luck out there, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'm going to be making more and more videos over the course of the next few months. I just want to add more content, and some of them might seem simple, but I'm trying to add content while at the same time helping some of the newer members, because there are some people that have never even opened a TradingView chart or a Aurochs chart. I prefer Aurochs, obviously. Aurochs is much better. But like I said, some of these people never even opened a chart, so it's one of those things where these videos are more directed towards them. Like I said, there are some more advanced videos. If you need to see those, browse through the library. I'm sure you'll find something that'll suit your needs. But I'll be making more videos over the next few months. If you have any requests and you're part of the my client list, or you're in my group, let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you and make a video for you if that's what it takes. Like I said, I would love to add to the library, so the more suggestions, the better. Thanks, guys.